Welcome back to Cannes Line. One of the big themes here in Cannes is the changing face of PR. Let's talk more about that with Jack Martin, the CEO and the chairman of H+K. What brings you to Cannes every single year?
Well, first of all, our clients are here. It's a good opportunity to meet with clients and see what's on their mind. But more importantly, our teams are here. We have a lot of people at Hill+Knowlton that are here. They've worked hard all year for this. So I'm here really to support them and to cheer them on in the work they're doing here.
Is it not just a talking shop? Do deals actually get done here?
Well, I think if you have existing clients, I think this is a good opportunity to see people around the world that you might not see elsewhere. And there's some deals that get done here. I think the main focus for us, though, is to talk to the clients that have been with us for a while, that are here making an investment in the conference.
You say PR is changing. How so, and how does it manifest itself?
Well, first of all, the public is changing. We have, my term is democratization and disintermediation. I think we have a public that is really making their decisions now based on who they trust. They're making their decisions now based on how they access information. There's few filters anymore. So I think if you're in the PR business, you have to do a really good job of understanding that and delivering some wisdom to your clients.
You say that PR has a fifth seat within an organization, next to accounting, next to strategy. Explain to us why you've come up with this term.
Yeah, well, this has been a passion of mine for about 20 years now, because I see that in a large company, oftentimes a big decision gets made, and the lawyers are there, and the bankers, and the management consultants, and I think that sometimes they lose sight of the fact that when you walk out the door, you have to explain that to the public. So my term that I've used now for some time and that we've built our business around is the fifth seat, so that we are the people in the room with an equal importance, with a discipline of understanding the public once you walk out the door.
Does it mean that PR should be given the same level of resources? I guess that's not the reality at this point, right?
Well, I certainly advocate that, but I think that PR is given the same level of resources in companies when they feel like that function's important, and when they have a transaction or they have an important event. I think that that becomes the opportunity to demonstrate that value we add.
You say that PR is changing, but I do wonder how much more difficult it's become with the new president in Washington, Mr. Donald Trump. A lot of businesses still want to do business with him, with the administration, but they may not necessarily agree with some of the policies. What's the challenge here for PR?
Well, my advice to clients is first pay attention to your public, pay attention to your customers, and make sure that that's the first thing on your list. I think if you do a good job of that and you stick to your core principles, then interactions with the government become strategic, and they become a part of what's important to your employees, your culture, and I think that's a great way to pursue that. And I think that if anyone decides that they're going to go run straight into a notion of becoming a big part of the government of the day, no matter who it is, in the long term, that's probably not a great corporate strategy.
How significant is staying authentic in this mindset, in this changing political world?
Oh, I think it's critically important, because I think that there's little wisdom, I think, in crowds of people that are following the latest trend. So I think our job is to make sure that our clients understand that we add value and we add the best talent. And so I think when that gets done, it comes with a certain amount of wisdom about what the public thinks about your company or your issues.
One of the challenges we've seen over the last couple of months is some of the brands trying to become very creative, and they're trying to send a political message. Pepsi, for example, and that hugely backfired, and we saw a boycott of Pepsi. How difficult is it from your standpoint to tell your client, hey, this is not going to work, or this may work, without hindering creativity?
Well, I think clients and customers and your own employees increasingly want to know, what are your values? So I think if you talk about your core values and your core principle, that's pretty important. I think the minute you get into a partisan political discussion, then if you're a company, I think that you're taking some risk.
Still watching? Perfect. Click here to watch another great video from CNBC International. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.